Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students of MA Education, second semester. Your course title is Educational Technology and course code EDU 560. I am Dr. Zahda Javed, Assistant Professor, Government College, Women University, Faisalabad. Dear students, today our topic is Bloom's Taxonomy, different levels and questions. The learning outcomes or objectives of this lecture is, after completing of this lecture or after delivering the lecture, the students will able to tell about Bloom's Taxonomy. They will be able to tell the name of different levels of Bloom's Taxonomy. Students can write 3 questions on each level of Bloom's Taxonomy. Differentiate between Bloom's and Krathwohl taxonomy. Differentiate between higher order thinking skills and lower order thinking skills. Students can easily justify that Bloom's taxonomy is best for long life skills building among students. So let's start. But before starting Bloom's taxonomy, I would like to tell you that there are 3 different learning domains. When we are talking about the learning domains, then there are 3 different types of learning domains. First one, cognitive domain, affective domain, and psychomotor domain. Bloom describe and discuss only cognitive domain. So let's start. The taxonomy of educational objectives, known as Bloom's taxonomy, is one of the most recognized learning theories in the field of education. Educators often use Bloom's taxonomy to create learning outcomes that target not only subject matter but also the depth of learning they want students to achieve, and to then create assessments that accurately report on students' progress towards these outcomes. Most of us want that when we use the Bloom's taxonomy, the purpose of the using Bloom's taxonomy was we don't want to target our subject matter. The teachers, the educators want the depth of learning. Students achieve, students create things. So this is Bloom's taxonomy. In this word, the teacher and students ask questions to learner. Even then, in everyday life, people ask different questions to each another. And you can see these all questions are not at the same level. Some questions are easy to answer, while other questions may require a very great deal of thinking. For these levels of questions, Bloom provided taxonomy in 1956 to assist us to compose questions on different levels of thinking. This taxonomy ranged from lower level to high level of cognitive thinking. When we talk to each other, when we ask questions to each other, Even then, when mother asks some question to her children, and father and friends ask some question to each another, the all questions are belonging to different levels. वो सब एक ही लेवल की नहीं होती है. हर क्वेश्चन दूसरे क्वेश्चन से डिफरेंट होता है. हर क्वेश्चन का लेवल दूसरे क्वेश्चन से डिफरेंट होता है. सो when we answer those questions, we use different cognitive levels. Sometimes some questions have only answer yes or no. Some questions have very simple answers, but some questions are required the great thinking, the in-depth thinking, the critical thinking. So when we use the different thinking, when we use the different ways to answer the questions, then our level of cognition also becomes changed. So Bloom's told us about the different levels of the thinking and also different levels of the questions. Is it clear? Now let's see why we use Bloom's taxonomy. The author of revised taxonomy suggests a multi-layered answer to this question, to which the author of this teaching guide has added some clarifying points. Our points क्या है? First one, objectives are most important to establish in a pedagogical interchange, so that teachers and students alike understand the purpose of interchange. When we start any work, when we start any subject, when we start any lesson, the highest level thing or the most important things are learning goals or objectives. So it is very important कि ये objectives जो है वो establish हो pedagogical interchange में. When these objectives are interchanged in students and teachers, they can achieve these objectives. And Bloom's taxonomy help us to interchange the understanding and the objectives, learning outcomes between teacher and student. Organizing objectives help to clarify objectives for themselves and for students. Organizing objectives, हम उनको organize कर देते हैं, then it help us, it help the students, it help the teachers to clarify the objectives. Having an organized set of objectives helps teacher to plan and deliver appropriate instruction, design valid assessment task and strategy, and last, and ensure that instructions and assessment are aligned with objectives. When teacher plans something, when teacher have the appropriate plan, appropriate instructions of planning, how I am going to deliver the lecture, how I am going to plan the lecture, and the next step, he design a valid assessment. How I can assess the students, which strategies I will use to assess and to judge the students. And at the last stage, it makes sure that the instructions which the teachers are going to use and the strategies of assessment which she is going to use, both are aligned and both are matching with the objectives. अगर आपकी instructions जो आप teachers students को दे रहे हैं, आप students को assess कर रहे हैं, उन्हें judge कर रहे हैं, उन्हें evaluate कर रहे हैं, but the teacher's instruction and assessment are not aligned with the objectives, then it is not possible to achieve the objectives. Is it clear? Now the next is Bloom's taxonomy, different stages of Bloom's taxonomy. there is a comparison of old and new taxonomy. Old taxonomy was presented by Bloom in 1956 and the new taxonomy revised by Krathwohl 2002. In old taxonomy, the first stage at the lowest thinking order is knowledge. Next one, comprehension. At the third number, application. Then analysis, synthesis, and the last and the higher order level, evaluation. In old taxonomy presented by Bloom, the lower level or lower order of the thinking is the knowledge and the higher order, evaluation. Same in the revised taxonomy, there are also 6 levels, but these are changed or these are modified from the old taxonomy. At the first level, it is remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and last, creating. It is important to note that the different level of thinking defined with each domain of the taxonomy are hierarchical. In other words, each level subsumes the level that come before. यानी हर लेवल जो है वो पहले वाले लेवल के साथ अटैच होता है, उसके साथ इंटरलिंक करता है. अगर आपका पहला लेवल जो है वो क्लियर नहीं है, अगर आप फर्स्ट लेवल पे वीक है, देन योर नेक्स्ट लेवल कैन नॉट बी मॉडिफाइड, कैन नॉट बी developed. If we look at the cognitive domain, for example, we can infer that before a student can conduct an analysis, a student wants to analyze something, they first need to know the method of analysis. It is a knowledge level. He or she must know the method of analysis. उसको पता होना चाहिए, वो फर्स्ट लेवल को पहले अचीव करेगा, नॉलेज लेवल को. जब तक उसका फर्स्ट लेवल अचीव नहीं होगा, he or she cannot approach the second level, which is comprehension. Understand the different elements of review. First level पे he know the method of analysis. At the second level, he understand the different elements of review. And at the third level, he or she consider which method to apply. आपने किसी चीज को एनालाइज करना है, आपने कोई टेस्ट लगाना है, आप कोई रिसर्च आप कर रहे हैं, क्या करेंगे? जब तक आपको एनालिसिस का मेथड का नॉलेज नहीं होगा, जब तक you can't understand the different elements of review, you don't know the method which you are going to apply, or you can analyze the things. It is only then that they will be ready to conduct the analysis itself. If he approach or if he achieve the first third levels, knowledge, comprehension and application, then he or she can analyze the things. आप कभी भी fourth, third, sixth level पे नहीं जा सकते. Next level पे आप तब जाएंगे when you are clarifying the first level, when you have achieved the first level. This is the cognitive levels. Is it clear? The first level is knowledge. There are 3 columns which are telling about you the which verbs used in the knowledge level questions. In second column you can see the sample questions about the knowledge, and in the third column there are some potential activities and products which are relating to the knowledge level. Knowledge involves the recall of specifics and universals, the recall of methods and process, or the recall of pattern, structure, setting. Knowledge is the basic level. Knowledge is the lowest level. The verbs which we use at the knowledge level, that are tell, list, describe, relate, locate, write, find, state, and name. The sample questions of the knowledge level: what happened? When we use these verbs, when we use these types of the question, when the teacher asks these type of question, the student must know the teacher is checking their knowledge level. The sample question, once again, I told you, what happened? How many? Who was it? Can you name? Describe what happened and who spoke to. These are the sample questions of the knowledge level. What are the potential activities? Make a list of the main events. Make a timeline of the events. Make a facts chart. Write a list of any pieces of information you can remember. List all verbs in the story, article. Make a chart showing. Now you can see, आपने जब कोई लिस्ट बनानी है मेन इवेंट्स की, आपने कोई टाइमलाइन बनाना है, आपने कोई इंफॉर्मेशन विच यू कैन रिमेम्बर, जो आपको याद है, आपने कोई वर्क स्टोरी की लिस्ट बनानी है, तो आप क्या कौन सा लेवल यूज करेंगे? आप अपना नॉलेज यूज करेंगे. यू विल recall the method, process, pattern, structure, setting, so at the knowledge level students recall their knowledge. In exams, teacher asks a different type of questions. So when these type of question teacher is asking to the students, and it's mean teacher is checking their basic knowledge. Teacher wants to check the lower level of the thinking, lower level of the cognitive domain, which is knowledge. The next one is comprehension. Comprehension refers to a type of understanding such that the individual knows what is being communicated and can make use of the material and idea being communicated without necessarily relating it to other material or seeing its fullest implication. Comprehension means understanding. How students understand the things. At which level they are going to understand. Students को कितनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग हुई है, उनके पास नॉलेज तो आ गया. नॉलेज रटा भी हो सकता है, वो हो सकता है कोई रिकॉल करें तो वो उन्होंने रटे लगाए हो, लेकिन when we are talking about the comprehension, it's mean the understanding of the things. When we are talk about any story or play, it's mean the students understand that play, that story. The verbs which use at the level of the comprehension, those are explain, interpret, outline, discuss, distinguish, predict, restate, translate, and compare. The sample questions are also there. Can you write in your own words? Can you write a brief outline? What do you think could have happened next? Who do you think? What was main item? Who is key character? Then the potential activities: cut out or draw pictures to show a particular event. Illustrate what you think the main idea was. Make a cartoon strip showing the sequence of events. Write and perform a play based on the story. Recall or retell the story in your own words. Paint a picture of some aspect you like. अब आप देखें, ये वो चीजें हैं जो आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग को बता रही हैं. able to illustrate the main idea. If you have the understanding of the story, then you can retell the story in your own words. अगर आपको उसकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं हुई, then it is not possible that you write or you recall the story and write in your own words. Is it clear? Now the next one is the next stage or the next level of the Bloom's taxonomy is application. Application refers to the use of abstractions in particular and concrete situation. How you will apply the things. आपकी एप्लीकेशन लेवल देखिए यहाँ पे, ये वो लेवल होता है जहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स को देखा जाता है कि if he or she have the knowledge of the things, if she have understand the things, उसको चीज़ें जो है उसका नॉलेज भी हो गया है, उसको अंडरस्टैंड भी हो गई है, then he or she is able to apply the things. आप फिर उसको अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. The verbs which used in the at the application level are solve, show, use, illustrate, construct, complete, and examine. In the second column, you can see the sample questions of the application level. Do you know another instance? Could this have happened in? Can you group by characteristics such as? So these are the sample questions. And the potential activities: construct a model to demonstrate how it will work. Make a scrapbook about the areas of study. Make a collection of photographs to illustrate the specific point. Now you can see in potential activities that if you have the knowledge, if you understand the things, then you are able to construct a model. Then you are able to make a collection of photographs to illustrate the specific point. अगर आपको कहा जाता है कि specific point के बारे में photographs जो है उसको collect करें, and you have no knowledge about that, and you have not understanding about that specific point, then how you can apply it on the study? It is not possible. So when you have the knowledge, when you have you understand the things, then you can approach or you can reach at the third level, that is application. Is it clear? Analysis. Analysis represents the breakdown of a communication into its constituent elements or parts, such that the narrative hierarchy of ideas is made clear and the relations between ideas expressed are made explicit. What is analysis? Breakdown into parts and then relate all ideas. आपने चीज़ों का एनालिसिस करना है, आपने चीज़ों को एनालाइज करना है. So you know how to break down into parts and how to collect these parts. The verbs which use at the analysis level is analyze, distinguish, examine, compare, contrast, investigate, identify, and separate. The sample question about the analysis: which events could have happened? What might the ending have been? How was this similar to another? What was underlying theme of anything? The potential activities of analysis: design a questionnaire to gather information, write a commercial to sell a new product, conduct an investigation to produce use information to support our view. Make a flowchart to show the critical stages. This is the fourth level analysis. So at this level, again, you know the knowledge, you understand the things, you are knowing how to apply the things, then you can analyze the things. अगर आपको पहले 3 stages जो है उसको approach नहीं किया, then you are not able to analyze the things. Is it clear? Now the next one, synthesis. Synthesis involves the putting together of elements and parts so as to form a whole. चीजों को पहले पार्ट्स में रखे, एलिमेंट्स में रखे, देन मेक अ होल, फिर उनको एक मुकम्मल जो है वो फेस दे रहा है, मुकम्मल शेप देनी है उसको. The verbs used at the synthesis level: create, invent, compose, predict, plan, construct, design, imagine, propose, and formulate. The sample question used when we are using these type of questions, it means we are going to synthesize the students. Can you design? Why not compose a song about? Can you see possible solution? If you had access to resources, how you deal with? When teacher asking these type of questions, it means she is going to check your synthesis level. The potential activities involved: invent a machine to do a specific task. It means you know the parts of the machine. If you know the parts of the machine, then you can invent a machine. Design a building to house your study. Create a new product, give it a name, and plan a marketing campaign. If you are going to create a new product and you don't know which elements and part of the product, then how you can create a new product? So you should know about its parts, its elements. Then you make a whole product. Write about your feelings. These all are the potential activities of synthesis. Is it clear? The next is the last stage of the Bloom's old taxonomy is evaluation. Evaluation means judgments. Judgment about the value of material and method for a given purpose. When you are going to evaluate something, when you are going to assess something, when you are going to judge something, it is the level of evaluation. The useful words which use at evaluation level: judge, select, choose, decide, justify, debate, verify, argue, and recommend. The sample question which teacher used to check the evaluation level of the students: is there a better solution? Judge the value. Can you defend your position? Do you think it's a good or bad? How would you have handled? So when teacher asks these type of questions, it means she is going to check the student's evaluation level, which is the higher rank of the cognition. The potential activities: prepare a list of criteria to judge a puppet show or a magic show. Indicate priority and ratings. Conduct a debate about an issue of special interest. Make a booklet about 5 goals you see as important. Convince others. Write a letter to your father, to your friend about your result or about your progress. So these are the potential activities which are using in the evaluation level. Now if you evaluate all the process, all the levels of the Bloom's taxonomy, then you will see that these all are interrelated to each other. When you are going to the approach the first level. अगर आपका first level complete नहीं है, then you are not going to the second one. If you have not knowledge about the things, if you have not understanding about the things, if you don't know how to apply the things, how to analyze the things, how to synthesis, then you are not able to evaluate the things. Is it clear?